How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting it in? Somebody getting it funny? What's going on, people? What's going on, people? It is a day of another day of another day we call Friday. Anybody been said, what's going on, people? Let's do our Usaba in this video because this is going to be a doozy. Come on, breathe in, breathe out. Anybody been said, what's going on, people? I hope everybody's doing anything as far as being productive in their life and, you know, pushing down doors and making sure their dreams do come true as far as, you know, all that you can achieve. And if you can't find a way of someone letting you do what you want to do, go around the back way until you are the person that you want to stand before everybody, living in your truth. Anybody been said, I'm going to need your prayer in this video because this is going to be a doozy. Now, I've been going back and forth in reference to this storyline as far as the Transgender Umbrella. Now, I think it appeared on VH1 on Monday. It appeared and it was talking reference to a transgender woman got up there and she stated that she was transgender and she had a full beard and everything on, and she said she wanted to kill herself like 30 times through suicide and stuff because she was going through it as far as, you know, living her truth and stuff. Now, the question at hand has been a debate between a lot of girls and stuff like that. They're talking in reference to, you know, she's not a transgender, that's not a transgender. Yes, she is a transgender, that's what a transgender is. It's been a debate going back and forth and you know, in reference to this, and I really didn't want to talk on it because I feel as though when a lot of times people's minds are already made up, a lot of times you really can't do anything in reference to it as far as, you know, the world we live in and stuff like that. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because it was someone who asked me, you know, to do it, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it for him. But this is my thing. I'm going to read to you what a transgender means. It is a term that is coming is a term that's covering all genders identity terms. So basically when they say this, all gender mean intersex, drag queen, genderqueer, cross-dressers, transvestite, trans men, trans woman, transsexual man, transsexual female, as far, you know, gender nonconformist, pansexual. This is the umbrella that's up underneath as far as, you know, it was stated when I looked it up. Because I wanted to find out what this umbrella means, you know, because it's a term as far as, you know, the whole thing. Now, I'm going to be a straight shooter with you right about now, and I'm going to offend people. I already know that. So, if you're the kind of person who's going to be offended, I'd like to apologize to you right about now, but I'm going to say what I have to say when it comes to the umbrella. I don't know who invented this umbrella, but I don't think it was programmed right. And when I say it was programmed right, we are not all underneath this umbrella. To me, this is how I see it. You know, you're at a grocery store, right? And the person's going really slow, and you're like they're bagging yourself. You say, you know what? Just give it all to me. You just throw all under the bag because you're all upset. You just want to get out of it. So you got the meats, you got the cans, you got everything inside the bag. Just take it, you're ready to go. To me, that's how I feel about this transgender umbrella. It's just say, throw everybody back, so let's move forward, you know. And to me, when you want to do that as far as in the LGBT, we could do that. Because we have men who does not dress up. We call them butch queens that live as guys, but they do everything girly and, you know, girly stuff like that. And we call them girls. And the thing about it is that in our community, the LGBT, this is okay. But when you want to take it to a professional matter, and you want to take it to understanding, and we want to take it to a movement, and when you want to take it to the courthouses and stuff, this is where me and this type of people separate. Because to me, you can sit back and tell people, well, this is transgender, she has a full beard. You can't sit up there and say, well, this is a trans man, and he is presented dressed up in a dress and flowers in his hair, you know, but yet still he's inside the bathroom dressed as a woman. To me, I understand that as far as in the community that you want to express this, but we want to take this to business terms. We have to do things that's going to be equally and accepted. You just can't throw things to people and say, oh, that's what I want you to deal with. This is how we are. This is how. If you want to be a transgender woman, just in my opinion, that means you are in transition to become a woman. I understand people say, well, you don't have to take pills, stuff like you go over this bit, but that's okay. That's the way you live, as long as you are doing your homework. Now, if you're the kind of person who just want to walk around with a beard and stuff like that, and say, well, I'm a transsexual, I'm a woman, and stuff. Well, when females got beards and stuff. Well, females are females. Okay, and when we get to the point as far as being accepted, a female doesn't have to do all those things as far as being accepted, because she is, so you just can't sit up and say, well, she's a female, she got a beard and stuff like that. She is a female. When you want acceptance, and trust me, that female gets talked about like a dog as well. Don't you think people don't throw stones at her? In the world we live in, we're very judgmental. So the simple fact of the matter is, you don't think that she's not going to get a problem with, but it's you as a person who's standing your truth. You need to show people that you stand for accountability. That accountability as far as, this is who I am. I want you to accept it, because a lot of people are not going to accept it. And you just can't shove things down people's faces and say, well, this is why I am. I got a full beard and everything, and I'm a woman and stuff like that. My thing is this. If that's the case, then why should we even transition? If that's the case, we just want to walk around everything in the front. Why should you even bother taking hormones? You just go beards. I mean, if we're going to do, we want people to accept something. We talk about society. We're not talking about the LGBT. We talk about in society, the real world, where we have to pay bills. We have to get a living. When you're in the real world, besides all the balls and stuff like that, when you're walking the real world, that's when everything starts counting. And when you sit up there, you want to go and see these bathrooms and stuff like that, which we have a problem with now, which I've talked to you about this before. You cannot, this is the problem that they're having with us, because this umbrella has caused more confusion. Then it has caused correction. And I don't feel as though it was orchestrated right, whoever put it together, but it was not orchestrated right, which makes the transgenders get pushed to the back, and all these newcomers get pushed to the front. And when I say that, it means the ones with the beard, the intersexuals, the pansexuals, that don't really live that life. You know what I'm saying? The cross-dresser who does it for kicks and stuff like that. Let me tell you what's going on here that you may not really think about. Now, you sit up there and say, well, they're all transgender, they put into this box, which I don't believe in. Now, here is a man who lives as a man, who gets his sexual kicks off of raping women, walks inside it with a beard, and he is physically dressed up like a woman, but everything represents a man. And as far as a lot of them, he don't have to put a dress on. He can walk inside with just a shirt and a pair of pants and a beard and say, I'm a woman. Now, these are the problems we're having as far as the bathroom policies. This is the message that the LGBT umbrella is sending out to them. And for you have to understand one thing. We have to understand one thing. We live in a world that's not perfect. And to other people who does not have the mind correctly, this is a big invitation to do things as far as getting kicks, to try to do things as far as very negative. And I understand people's going to do something negative, going to do something negative anyway. But as our rights and our policy of understanding, we have to meet somewhere in the middle. We just can't say, oh, well, she has a beard, she's a transsexual. Oh, this one sits around, she's a cross-dresser now, she has her heels and full of makeup and everything on, and when she takes everything on, she goes back to being a boy. My thing is this, is that the real transgenders are getting pushed in the back, and all these other ones are getting pushed in the front as far as us. And when people see us and they start to put that with that, that's the problem that we're having. And understand people say, well, we have to stick together. Yes, as far as the LGBT. But when you want to try to do things as far as being professional, we need to do it right. We just can't say, oh, just put them all in the umbrella, just close the umbrella up on them, because that's not going to be acceptable. And that's the problem that people are having with us. I always said, even before, I said, this is going to be a problem. I said this before, because I do not believe in this umbrella. I believe everybody has a right, everybody has a category as far as who they are. We say, well, we don't like labels. I understand that you don't like labels, but when you are going to be professional, you want to try to introduce something to someone, you need to represent your product the right way. You just can't sit up and say, well, take it, this is how I am. You have to make sure you orchestrate something right order, because that, okay, I understand your situation, okay, we can work towards this. Now, you sit up here with someone who says you want to be a woman, you have a full big everything as of a man. It is kind of hard to accept this. Now let's try this. You sit a little kid down, and you put a little kid in front of this person with a beard and stuff like that on, and you take a little person sit there with a transgender woman who's represented so similar to me. they're going to say that's a man. So why would you try to introduce these type of things of confusion when a child can see it, and as an adult you're supposed to know better? Trying to shove some stuff. Like I said before, I don't have a problem with anybody, whether you're pansexual, trisexual, or intersexual, or metrosexual, or genderqueer, or CD, or transvestite. That's not my problem here. But my problem here is that when you start wearing beards and everything as far as being a man, because you want to feel safe by putting, in case somebody knows, my thing is just that you have to hold accountability for what you are doing. And I understand when people sit there and say, well, they're all transgender, because people for some reason they'll run and go get the umbrella and say, well, this is what it says here. Just because it says it doesn't make it true. What you say, Reverend? Say it again. Just because they says it doesn't make it true. Because if that's the case, we shouldn't have this subject for those ones who like to take those things and say, well, this is what it says. Because if you are gay and you're saying these things, this is what it says, then you're supposed to be with a woman, because that's what it says. So if you want to do everything right, do everything right. And if you want to really get deep and down into it, how do you think born females feel about transgenders in the bathroom? I mean, if you want to present a product, let's do it right. How do you think a female feels, oh, you got this up inside the bathroom, now this one says that she's a woman and she got a beard? Now you sit up and you're throwing something over on them that they've been fighting for their own rights within their own community as far as voting and stuff within their own. And here it is now, you try to come inside the bathroom and you don't even want to do the work. You just want to come out there thing all, everything just because I'm a woman. It does not make it fair, and it does not make it right. That umbrella thing does not work for me. It needs to be rewritten. Everybody has a category for understanding. Because you can sit up there and just throw anything any kind of way, but don't mean everybody has to accept it. And my whole thing is that don't accept everything people give you. You know better. You know better. If you don't know what a woman looks like, go home and look at your mom and see she got a beard and a mustache. And if she does, that's okay too. I have no problem with that. But my thing is that she's working her thing as far as being a woman. Because you know what she is. Unless she's in the LGBT, then that's a whole other story. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your mother or your father. My thing is, and I'm not talking about as far as your mother father being an LGBT, I'm talking about the straight society people. I mean, do your homework. We shouldn't be having this discussion. And the umbrella is unacceptable to me. It's unacceptable. I feel as though we all come in different categories, we're all different ways, we all have different journeys. And as a transgender person as I am, as a transsexual person as they are, as a gay person that he is, as a butch queen as they, because there are a lot of butch queens I know who act just like women. I'll see them inside the women's bathroom. I mean, let's do the homework. This is so unacceptable. And the thing about it, I just don't understand why we're having this umbrella. Because you are very much confusing people on this umbrella. I just don't believe it. It's just my opinion. I just don't. Like people say, well, that's just your opinion. We all need to be combined. Yes, in the LGBT community, we can always say that. We can always call each other girl and stuff like that. I know people who sit around and call the boys the straight act like straight up guys. They call them my girl, my sister. That's my sister. I can never be that's my sister. She's starting to look like a straight up boy. But my thing is that when you want to sit up there and be taken seriously, you cannot present this type of umbrella to society and say, well, this is what y'all got to accept, because it's going to create a problem. And if you sit up there and you're inside the bathroom and stuff like that, and you sit up here looking at a person with a full beard on and everything as far as representing your community and stuff, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be, even if it's not even in LGBT, it's going to be a problem. But this is my opinion and stuff, and this is how I feel. My thing is, if that's what you want to do, listen, this is my final thoughts. If you are a transgender and you got a full beard and everything, thing all hanging in the front, you just walking, do it. Do it. I personally, as long as it don't affect me and my life and things I need to do for me, that's the way you want to go out, then that's what you need to do. But my thing is, this is a step accountability for what your actions will get a reaction. If you're going to do your homework, do it right. When you go for a job interview, you know to be dressed professionally. You just don't show up. You don't come to the club and say, well, I'm here. I want the job. They said, really? First impressions of everything. If you want to be accepted, if you want to be, as far as the policy that we're trying to show that we are human, that we can do things and be accepted, you have to do the homework. You have to do the homework. Because if that's the case, we could all just come out and just do, why should you even about to take hormones? Why should you even do anything? If that's the case, it's just not fair. I believe in society, and because I live in society, and so do you. But we have to be fair. And just to put up all underneath this umbrella, it is so confusing to everybody. Crossdressers don't dress up all the time. Drag queens don't dress up all the time, but they can go into the bathroom too. I just don't feel this looks fair, just my opinion. Anybody being said. You have to do the homework. This is my opinion, but if it's like I said before, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. If you want to walk around the bed, walk around the bed. If you want to walk around with your thing in the front, just do it. It does not affect me, but your actions will get a reaction. Anyway, that being said, I would love to hear you feel about this. I want to say hello my dogs. Yeah. I want to say hello my kids. Woo. I want to say hello new people. Boom. I want to say old people. Bam. And I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. What you do. I want you to do the best with it you can. And if nobody likes it,